Hey there! Today we're going to learn two of my favorite tools to create online testing, and for that I need you to go to your browser and write profs profs, and it will give you this site. It's the first in your list, so you click there, and we're going to give it a little bit of time for it to load, and here you have. Since I already have an account, I will log out so that I teach you how to get into this tool. And here it is. You have your sign up for free icon here, so you click on it and you add the information that it requires. You can also have your Gmail account or your Facebook account open, and it will automatically synchronize your information right there so that it will be easier and faster. Okay, mine is already there, so I'm going to go to login. I'm going to type here my mail, my password, and log in. This tool can help us to create quizzes, polls, surveys, flashcards, and it also gives you the option for going to the store, but we're not going to be using that option because we're not going to buy anything on the store. So we're going to go with the basic, which is how to create a quiz. You click on it and it gives you a tutorial. It will be, or I will highly recommend that you watch the tutorial so that you get some of the basic of this tool, and you don't get lost while you are creating your quiz. So here I already created two quizzes, but I'm going to show you how to create one. And it says here, create a quiz. It's really easy, and this tool is very friendly, so I guess you will not have any trouble creating your quiz. So here you have the most popular. So we create here, we click on create, and it will open the options that we have. Here you have the items that you can use for your quiz. You have here the title of your quiz. We can write here, for example, grammar, and we can write here a brief description about the quiz. What is the quiz going to be about? So this quiz will measure your grammar knowledge. And here you already have a picture. You can change this picture and you save it. If you can see, you already got the quiz, the name of your quiz, and also the picture that it gives you and the description. Well, we're going to start here with the multiple choice option. The only thing that you have to do is to drag the items and you click on them, and it will give you the option to write your question. So you write here, for example, what is the base form of the verb coming? So we can write here come, which will be the correct answer. You click here, come, so right here came, was coming, and am coming. So you click here on done, and as you can see, you will already got your first item in your quiz. We can also have the fill in the blank option. So we drag here, we click on it, and we write our question. So for example, we write I, in blank, to my house. And we give the correct answer, which is run. You can give here the option in parentheses, run, and pass that you want the verb to be more specific so that students don't get lost. And then you give here the correct option, which is run, and you already have your second item. In that way, you will be creating your quiz. So if you see here, you already have the two items that we already created, and you can continue, for example, with matching, essay, true or false, or the checkbox option. When you're done with your quiz, you click here on done, and it will give you here the option that you already have your quiz. As you can see, I created two of them because I had one already created, but we are going to delete this one so that you don't get confused, and we're going to use the one that we created. For your students to work in the quiz, you will have to click on the share button, which is right here, and you will send them the link so that they can take your quiz. And at the end, you can get also the reports of your students or the students that work in your quiz. This is one of the tools. I'm just going to give it a little bit of time in order to upload the quiz. So here you have, like I was telling you, this is the quiz that we created. So you click here on the share option or the share button, and here you enter the emails of your student. So we're going to try with one of my students, and I'm going to send him my quiz. It only has two options, so we can use the Gmail or the Outlook or here with Excel. So you send the quiz. Well, another option is that you have here the link, so you can also give them the link so they get into the quiz. And also you can publish it on each of the four options here of the social networks. You can also get the embedded option in case you want to use it for HTML, and the option that I was telling you, the printing option. You can print the quiz with also the quiz and the answer key, and the quiz and the answer, or the quiz and the feedback. So you can print it here. But today we're going just to send it. Okay? And here it says your email has been sent successfully. My student will get the email and he can start working in the moment that he gets the email. Okay? So this is with PropRofs. I'm going to show you another tool, which is Testmos. Testmos. This is another easy tool to use in order to create online testing. Okay, this is Testmos. This is the test generator. Here you don't need it to create an account. The only thing that you need to do is to write the name of your quiz and to create a password for it. My advice is for you to write that password, because this site doesn't recover the password. So it's better if when you create your test, you write it down or you use a password that you already know or that you commonly use. Okay, so it's here and it says make a test. Here you write the name of your quiz, for example, chapter 10. You can give it like a name, give it with grammar. You choose the password like I told you. Use a password that you already remember or you already have or that you commonly use. Here it says that you don't have to forget your password because you cannot recover it, and don't forget your test URL because we are going to use it in order for our students to have it. So we click here on continue, and here you have the options. You have setting, questions, publish after you finish, the reports, and to log out. Well, since we don't have like an account, the only thing that will give you is the chance to get out of this tool. Okay, so it says here add questions. For example, here in the adjust settings, you just change the name of the quiz, the description, and what happens after the quiz is graded. But that's optional, okay? So here is the part that we need to work on, which is the adding questions. So here you have the first question. For example, I can choose here in this side. If you see here, you have multiple choice, true or false, multiple response, fill in the blank. Okay, so you can click on any of those. I'm going to choose the multiple choice option, and we can write a sentence. She and space in blank. In parentheses, I'm going to write the verb that I want. She and I go to school every day. So I want the option to be go, goes here, went, and gone. So since the correct answer is go, I click it here and I can save it and add a new question. Here, the good thing about this test mouse is that you can shuffle your answers or your questions, or you can change the type of question that you want. For example, that here I want true or false. So of course it will give you only the true or false two options for your question. For example, I can write, is this sentence correct? And I write, I gone to the park yesterday. We already know that it's not correct, so we write here false. And one thing about Desmos and the easy thing about Desmos is that you can change here the option of the points. For example, I don't want this one to be 1 but 5 points. And we can add our third question, which is, for example, I can write instead of true or false, because we already have one, we can write a multiple response. Here, the students are allowed to click on 2 or more options from the answers that they got here. So for example, we can say, do you like swimming? So we write, is he, is he a professional? So we give here, yes, he is, as one correct answer. Yes, I do, as the second correct option. And then I can say, yes, she is, which is not correct because we're not asking for she. And yes, I am, for example. And so we click the 2 options that are correct. Like I told you, since it's multiple response, you can add 2 or 3 or more options if you want. Okay, so here with 3 questions is fine. We're going to save it. And if you see here, these are the options, these are the questions that you got. And you can publish your quiz like I told you. And here it says do not modify the test questions while your students are taking it, because they will have to retake the test if you do. So you publish it and it will give you here, this is the link. So you copy it and you send an email to them, and there you have your quiz. You can create another quiz, for example, if you want to create a second one, or you can add questions, you can take them off. One good thing about Desmos is that you get the reports of your students. So for example, they already give you an answer key. Since none of our students has taken the test, of course we don't have the reports of those students. It says here no data available, but whenever a student takes the quiz, automatically it gives the report of that student, the incorrect answers that he got or she, and